Hi there, welcome back to Daytime. Time to look into the future a little bit. Kathleen Meadows is here. She's a true tarot reader, also a teacher, and she's going to be conducting a free lecture on feminist spirituality coming up at the Kitchener Public Library next week. Kathleen joins us in studio today. Welcome to Daytime.
Hi, thank you.
You look like you've read the Journey to Joy book. You had the biggest smile on your face when I came in the door today.
Well, I spent some time for Celia before we came on the show, so I'm sure she rubbed off on me.
I want to find out about tarot. It's something I don't know very much about, so maybe you could start there and explain a little bit about what the tarot cards are and how they're used.
The tarot cards are actually a story. They're the story of the Fool, who is zero. There's two sections to a tarot deck. There's the Major Arcana and a Minor Arcana. In the Major Arcana, there's 22 cards, and it's really the story of the Fool, who is zero. And then the Fool goes through these various stages of development, which are stages of development that can apply to everybody or to an individual if you are reading for yourself. Really, it's a way to understand and learn the tarot, to understand what the journey of the Fool is all about. But when you're reading the cards, you really don't read it from the perspective necessarily of that journey. So that probably sounded very complicated.
Okay, it does, but maybe it would make a little more sense if we're sort of working through it.
Okay.
And trying the tarot itself. So can we do a reading today?
Sure.
A little bit? Can we try one?
Sure.
Okay. Just tell me what I need to do here because I'm looking at
Think
this.
of a question. Just think of one question in your mind. Something that might be waking you up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's my alarm clock. I get up
You get
really
up
early
that
in the
early?
morning, so yes I do. So what else would worry me in the middle of the night?
Or concern you, or you wonder about, or you're thinking about?
Everybody, I think one of the things that I think about, you know, is my future as far as my career goes and that. So it needs to be a specific question. Something like, you know, if I'm looking for a change, is there a change coming up in my future as far as my career goes?
Okay.
Okay?
What we'll do is, this is not, I'm not going to do a full reading. A full reading is actually a full layout of 10 cards.
Okay.
And there are a number of different layouts. You can lay out 6 cards, you can lay out 3 cards, and you can
Right.
even lay out 1 card if
Okay.
you like. So just for today, and since we're kind of time limited, I thought we'll just draw 1 card and see what the tarot, how the tarot answers that question.
Okay. See, I feel pressure. 1 card. 1 card draw.
And I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll pull it. Some tarot readers, they will invite their quorants. They're called quorants, people who come for readings.
Okay.
They'll invite them to divide the cards themselves. And every reader finds their right way. I teach classes, and I invite everyone to really find their own way of reading the cards. And I think it's as individual as every reader. You can read all kinds of books out there and they'll say this is the way you should do it, this is the right way, but the way I feel about it is the right way is your way.
Okay.
It feels good. So I've discovered in my own process is that if I just keep the cards and I work with the cards, the reading seems to work the most effectively or be the most accurate.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure if it's because the quorant, in some sense, their energy goes into the cards and causes.
That's what I was going to ask. Do I give you some sort of sense or feeling or sort of pass that off? So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here
Will there
comes
be a
my
change
card.
in my life in the next few months?
Right.
Okay. The card that I've drawn is White Buffalo Woman.
Okay, I'm just going to hold that up to the
Hold that
camera
up.
so that they can see this.
This is the
White
daughter of
Buffalo
stones in the West.
Okay. Now, what does that mean? Daughter of Stones
What
in the
that
West.
means in answering your question is that it's not, I would say that it's not indicating dramatic change. This is not a change card, in other words. So it's not pointing to change. What it's pointing to, though, is an interest that you have in the land, whether that is your own property that you live on, or if you're considering a new property, perhaps a cottage, perhaps a land but you feel especially connected to. And that process of being connected to that place on earth is something that will deepen for you in the next year. So you'll find that really calling to you. And
that's interesting, because now I'm thinking in my mind, I'm sort of connecting it to things that I've been thinking about and feeling, and think, oh, okay, yeah, I can understand that. That makes some sense to me. Do people say that all the time? They sort of, right away, you can see the wheels turning and everybody's thinking, oh, right, I know what she means.
That does happen. It happens almost all the time. So it's a curious experience, I think, for people to, and really you need to have a tarot reading to understand what tarot is all about. It's asking the cards for a piece of information and sort of drawing on a source of information that you wouldn't have under other circumstances, perhaps.
The feeling that I get is that you really have to have a good sense and feel in order to properly read tarot as well. When you're teaching it, can anyone learn to read tarot, or is this something that you almost need an innate, sense about, or have some sort of, I don't know how to describe it.
Kind of an affinity to it.
Exactly.
I think, what I believe is that everyone is psychic and has psychic abilities. And certainly anyone that's attracted to learn the tarot and study the tarot and use the tarot, they already know they have those abilities. And they're recognize this this is really a divinatory tool. They recognize this divinatory tool as one that works for them. Some people use dowsing, other people are channelers and can access the unseen world in that way. And for tarot readers, they find this pictorial way of divination is what works best for them.
So because, maybe tarot doesn't work, but there might be other areas that you can look at and experience and find that's my venue, that's what I can do.
That's right.
Yeah, now you have a lecture coming up, is it Tuesday evening at the Kitchener Public Library?
That's right, the main branch. That's May 13th, which is a woman's number. And I'm doing it on women's spirituality in the tarot. I think there's many crossovers, and I want to speak to that in my lecture. And then next Friday, I'm offering another course at Victoria School Community Center. It's a 6-week course on Friday mornings, and that's an introduction to the tarot and looking at it again from a women's spirituality perspective.
I have to ask, the 13th is a woman's number.
It is, because
Why
there are
is that?
13 moons in a year.
Okay. Oh, see, I didn't know that either. And you also give regular readings, too, at Crystal Tea Room.
At Crystal's Tea Room downtown. So if a group of women want to come and have lovely high tea or have dinner and have a reader come, I join them at their table and can read for everybody there. So it makes for a really lovely evening. Crystal has hats that you can wear and really be
You
in
have
the
to go there
presence
for a
of
tea.
high
Everybody
tea.
should go there for a tea at
Yes.
least once and have a lot of fun too. But
That's
certainly
right.
go to your website as well.
Yes.
All the information is there, how they can contact you, find out more, and your schedule of events too, where you'll be appearing, and they can find out all the information right there. Kathleen, it's
That's
been a
right.
pleasure to meet you. Thank you for coming
It's been
into
a
the studio
pleasure being
today.
here.